Okay, following the video I sent you, I posted recently of Dr. Furman's genius idea of these G-bombs in your diet to be the base of your whole food, plant-based way of life. I decided to pull everything out of the kitchen and put it all together in the food groups that he suggests and talk to you a little bit more about each of these food groups and why they're so important for you. And then we're going to go on and I'm going to do some recipes and some amazing G-bomb recipes, because I just think this is so fantastic what he's put together, because it's absolutely bang on the money. These are so highly nutrient for you, everything that your body needs. And if you base your diet, everyday diet around these food groups, you will be in tip-top shape, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, anti-fattening, anti-everything. You know, you're going to create longevity of life. So G-bombs, what does it stand for? G is for green, B for beans, O for onions, M for mushrooms, B for berries, and S for seeds. So let's start off with our greens. You can eat, by the way, as many of these as you like. They're so good for you that your body won't let you overeat. So we've got pak choi. Now, the darker the green leaf, the more highly nutritious you're going to get. So rather than go for, an iceberg lettuce, go for a nice dark lettuce leaf like this one, rocket or something like that, because, the darker the green, the better for you. Kale is absolutely number one. Kale is so good for you. You can roast it in the oven to make kale crisps, or boil it up, steam it up, waz it up in a smoothie. These are super cute. I've just found these this year. They're called kaleettes. And, they're even darker. They're like a purpley colour. So they're going to be full of goodness for you. So I've not seen them before, but they're quite nice looking. There's a bigger one there. Little kaleettes. Spinach, as he said, Popeye was right when he said spinach makes you strong. Popeye had his spinach to pump his muscles, but yep, spinach, number one superfood in the green category, as is broccoli, is a big contender, and all your lovely, exotic, gorgeous cabbage leaves. We love cabbage, and I love to use cabbage, especially the big cabbage leaves, to make lasagnas. So we eliminate the pasta and use the cabbage leaves instead of a pasta sheet, and these robust ones work really well in a lasagna. So they're the greens. Next we have beans. Now beans, hundreds and hundreds of types of beans out there. I've got butter beans, chickpeas, these are pinto beans, we've got cannellini beans, we've got some lentils there, and black beans. These are the ones that you sort of soak for a few hours and then cook up. And we're going to do some recipes with those, because there's so much you can do with beans. They're just so versatile. They're not just boiling up and eat them whole. You can waz them up into pastes and all kinds of goodies. So beans is amazing protein for your diet and fiber. And then onions. Now this is an interesting one. A lot of people don't realize how good onions are for you and how many varieties there are out there. So go out there, buy as many different varieties as you can over time, and just find the one that you find easy to eat raw, because he does suggest eating half a cup of onions every day, which is incredible. So, I've got two different sizes of spring onions. Chives are actually part of the onion family. It's a herb, but they're very oniony, as are leeks. We've got shallots, bigger shallots, sort of the banana type shallots, red onions, and this is a mild yellow onion, which is particularly good for children, because trying to get kids to eat raw onions can be difficult, but they're actually quite mild. So half a cup of onions a day, amazing. So we'll give that a go. And then we have M for mushrooms. So many different species of mushrooms, all the fancy ones, the oyster, the king oyster, that one's been sliced, but it's a lot chunky, big king oyster mushroom, shiitake mushrooms. These are baby portobellos, the usual everyday button mushrooms, and then the chestnut mushrooms, all jam-packed with vitamin D and lots of antioxidants. He also suggests eating these daily as well. So there's so many of them to choose from, and again, they're all readily available. And then B for berries. Now I think everybody loves berries, don't we? And actually kiwi fruit is classed as a berry. Keep the skin on a kiwi. I've done a video on that before. The skin is just as good for you as the flesh inside. All full of, again, antioxidants. Kids love them. Bung them on your salads. Go to town on your berries. So, so good for you. And then finally, S is for seeds. So here I have my 3 jars of seeds that we live by every day. These are our toasted mixed seeds. And in there I've got chia, I've got flaxseed, I've got sunflower seeds, I've got pumpkin seeds, all in there that I toasted on a dry frying pan, nothing else in it, just till you toast them up. Gorgeous on salads. And I've done that also with some pine nuts, which are really nutty and gorgeous. And then the other one is milled seeds, and we've got in this, I've got hemp, chia and linseeds that are milled down into sort of like a powder form, which are really easy to eat on your porridge, on your yogurt, in smoothies, in your baking. If you make some nice healthy muffins or cookies, they go really well, and grab your omega-3s in there. So there we have G-BOMBS, absolute genius. I love what he's done, Dr. Fuhrman here. It makes absolute sense. It goes part and parcel with a whole food, plant-based way of life, and a great way to kind of start off if you're new to this way of living. Just live by your G-BOMBS, add it in with everything else around, which you're going to see me cook and show you what amazing dishes we can make with all of this colourful goodness.